I don't like speaking about politics in any way, actually, apart from the fact that now we have a situation where it's very difficult for me to be passive, where the town that I grew up in, Rochester in Kent, which I have a lot of emotional connection with for many reasons. It's the town where I spent my whole childhood, and so seeing it in some ways, I mean, it reminds me of what happened when I was a kid, where you know, I remember seeing the National Front leafleting outside school gates, where I was followed home by a white van with a guy with a loud hailer shouting racist abuse. I'm not equating Ukip with the National Front, but what I am saying is that I do find it difficult when I know that Nigel Farage has actually, and I've heard him doing it on LBC when he was interviewed by James O'Brien. He discriminates between different races. I mean, he discriminated between Germans and Romanians. So I find it very difficult when you've got somebody who actually preaches the politics of what I associate with racism, actually taking over a town that I actually love and grew up in.
UKIP are a valid political party. They say they're not a racist party. They're quite clear about that. They're a valid political party, and the people of your town voted for them.
You're absolutely right. I mean, democracy is an interesting thing.
To put curbs on immigration, to want to control immigration, that's not racist, is it?
The question for me is, why do people want immigration tackled? You know, this is not a question that I'm hearing asked enough of Nigel Farage, because the simple fact is, I think that it's about appealing to the lowest common factor in people, you know, the most base instincts of people, which is fear and you know, fear of the other. I think it's not about what is benefiting the economy. You know, people say, oh, we're being swamped. No, we're not. It's like, you know, England is not being swamped by people. Like I just said, there has been a net benefit.
What Nigel Farage would say is that you, like other parts of what he would regard as the chattering classes who can live a good life in places like London, don't understand.
Well, I live a good life because I work very hard for it.
But they don't understand what the impact of immigration has been in poorer communities, for example.
You know, this idea that UKIP actually represent the working classes, I find laughable. You know, they don't do anything for the working classes. All they're doing is they're talking about, they just put down every other political party, and they simply talk about, you know, they talk against immigration.
But they aren't putting to the working classes.
Well, because I think the reason that UKIP are appealing to the working classes, if they are, but if that's the case, I think that they're appealing because a lot of people feel disillusioned with the other political parties. You know, I find it shocking that the other two political parties, instead of actually condemning UKIP, are competing with them. And you know, and as long as they carry on doing so, they're giving more oxygen to a party that I don't think deserves it.